What's up, everyone? We're going to go ahead and do part 2 of a look back into 2021 and a little bit of a personal story on how I got to where I'm at. Let's go ahead and continue this real quick. And in this one, I'm just going to go over the transition from looking at YouTube and social media and Reddit for stock information to figure out what was going on back in the day to actually going to the source documentation. And what led me to make this transition was due to my work, because for my primary work that I still do today, legal transcription, I had an epiphany that if I could understand legal transcription and transcribe it to where others can understand it, then I can probably understand sec law, which I looked into it, and immediately it was the same structure that I was used to. Super notes, very structured the same way with the language, very straightforward language, and that's how it has to be in the case of documentation. Now, anyways, that's basically what allowed me to easily go through these filings and pick out the meanings of them. Let's go ahead and do this. So, and by the way, I'm going to link the transition, everything that I've ever done, for anyone that wants to access this information. It's for you at no cost. It's in the description below. So this is the problem. In 2021, you had two choices. You could either play the algo and you could put AMC in every title of every video, because just doing that alone would grant you thousands upon thousands of views as long as you had content that was worthy of talking about. Now that's the other problem. There was not really anything worthy to talk about after May 4th. They basically gypped us out of the shareholder meeting, and then from then on, the YouTubers just took it to a whole nother level for hyping the stock. Because again, you have to keep in mind, the YouTubers are incentivized to hype the stock. They get more views, which means more money, which means more subs, and it just grows and grows and grows. They made choice number one. They are stuck at the peak of Mount Stupid. They never took the plunge like I did in my channel specifically. If you look at the analytics on my channel, I knew full well when I started going against the grain that my sub count would go down, and it has substantially, but I was never in this for subs to begin with. The others, I can't speak for them, but considering they chose to go with the hive-minded algo flow narrative, seems to me like they took the easy street, just wanted to keep that paycheck rolling in. So I entered into the Valley of Despair in early May. I started to really spend a hell of a lot of time reading and learning and figuring out what the hell is going on here. And that's basically from May up until today. I'm just now getting to that plateau of sustainability. It took a long time, but hey, nothing comes free in life. You gotta work for stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even explain what Dunning-Kruger means. Dunning-Kruger in psychology is a cognitive bias whereby people with limited knowledge or competence in a given intellectual or social domain greatly overestimate their own knowledge or competence in that domain relative to objective criteria or to the performance of their peers or of people in general. That is YouTubers 2021, 100%, and a lot of them are still doing it today, and they need to be questioned. These people need to be held accountable for what they're doing. A lot of them may be doing it unknowingly, because this was a giant psyop operation. But some of them do know what they're doing, and some of them purposefully put out false information like Tara Bull and like User of Intellect. They've been conning people this whole time, Marco Metzler too. They have nothing other than MOAS, because without MOAS, none of these people would exist. So where did I start learning? Well, take a walk with me real quick and ask yourself, who else did this last year? Started with filings. That's not supposed to be there. Hold on. I started with the Federal Register. That is where I started after I felt I was getting bamboozled by Reddit and YouTubers. I quickly went here and I found a sea of information that I'm still going through today. But just to give you an idea of how much shit that I looked at, I'm going to walk you through it. SIBO filings. All of these came out in 2021. All of them. Went over every single one of them. That was SIBO. This is the NYSE, another self-regulatory organization. all of these filings, made videos on them, went over them, while the other YouTubers were making the thumbnail, clickbait, sell tactic videos. And it is what it is. This is a free space. Do what you want. I'm just trying to show you the difference. While they were hyping, I was learning. So if that makes me a shill, it is what it is. But at least I know a lot more than I did back then. NSCC, NASDAQ, OCC, Options Clearing Corporation. And I couldn't even link all these in the video. It was starting to slow this down, even with the new computer. There's like, I think 16 gigabytes worth of PowerPoints in there. DTC, DRS, everyone remembers that. So, I mean, just ask yourself, why would I put in all this work to trick you or to lie to you? That makes no sense. This is what no one else wanted to do because, number one, it's not easy. Number two, it's a lot. And, oh, security notice. And, you know, this stuff doesn't come naturally. You're going to have to spend some time and effort. And what you basically saw last year, if you were watching me and following me, is me learning and trying to show you what I was learning. That's all it was. Next time, we're going to look at critical legislation that you may have missed and that's really relevant to this whole situation. So we're going to look into that next. I just wanted to show you that the work's been done on my part. I have put the work in, and I'm going to link all of that work, all of the research. You can access it too. It's going to be in the description below. So just take a look. It's an autistic amount.